Welcome to Ordinary People Podcast, where it's not about likes and views, it's about motivating, inspiring, informing you. I'm your host, Alan the Great, and I want to welcome you to 2018. I want to welcome you to 2018, where it's a new opportunity for growth, resolutions, change, and leaving our past mistakes behind us. A lot of us, that's our mindset in going to 2018. For others, our mindset is on some of the negativities that still choose to follow us. One of those negatives that still choose to follow us is, why is there no good men or woman out here? Why is it? Why is it so hard to find it? Some of you have been looking under rocks, looking under your sofas, between the you've been going to church, going to supermarket, reading magazines, trying dating sites, tried all things, but just can't find a decent man or woman. Just can't find them. So the only conclusion you are left to think is there's no good men or women out here. And maybe it's true. But we're going to find out at the end of this episode whether it's true, or is there something that you could be doing differently to find a man or woman. Maybe the problem is not that there's no good man or woman out here. Maybe the problem is that your tactics are all wrong. So let's get right into the show. Let me ask you a question. Have any of you been out there watching TV lately? Seeing these news ads about buying cars? Like, this is the best time to buy a car. They're getting rid of 2017s. They're making way for the 2018 vehicles. This is the best time right now to purchase a car. You got to get to a car lot right now. This is the best time to purchase a car. Have all you guys been seeing that? Let's talk about cars for a second. We go to a car lot. We go check out a used car. What do? Most of the time we know what we want. We go to a car lot. We might want that new Benz, that new Infiniti, that new BMW, a new Audi. So we go to a car lot and we go check the car out. We're looking at the color of the car because that's important, right? You want the black car, red car. You want that certain color car. Then you checking out all the specs and stuff. I want to see if this car has leather seats. Does it have that sunroof or that moonroof in it? Does it have a navigation system? Satellite radio, Bluetooth. You gotta look at those particulars right there. Gotta look at the specs in the car. Make sure the specs are all right. Now I gotta look at the rims. Let me see how the rims are. Do they got them nice factory rims or they got these hubcaps on them? I don't want the hubcaps. I want the rims. I want my car looking sharp. I want people to stare at me and notice me when I'm riding down the streets. That's how we are when we buy cars, right? We look at all these specs. We look at all the particulars, the color of the car, how the car look, and most importantly, how people are gonna perceive us when we're driving that car. Because isn't that important? People's perception of us when we're driving that car. But we choose to not focus on one important part of searching for a car. Most of us get so caught up in the particulars of how much the car is going to cost, the specs of the car, how the car drive, how I look in the car. We forget to look at the most important part. Pop open the hood, check out the engine, listen to the engine, drive the car and listen to the brakes. Check under the car, see if it's leaking any fluids. See, most of us, when we're looking at these cars, we forget about those important parts, those very important things that we need to do to make sure this car is right. To make sure this car is right. So we get caught up in the looks. And we're not only going to get, but how that car looks and how it feels, that we forget to dig a little deeper. To find out this car has pre-existing issues that we're not aware of. You're not hearing me though, so come on, try to follow me now, people. Try to follow me. Now, what does this have to do with finding a good man or woman? Now, you don't do this. You buy a car. You might find that a lot of cars you purchase are lemons. So what mentally you're going to start believing that there's no good cars out here. There's only lemons out here. Well, this works the same way when we talk about relationships. Listen here, people. It works the same way when we talk about relationships. Because when we're searching for a partner, a significant other, don't we make the same mistake as we do when we looking for cars? Don't we make that same exact mistake? We go out here and we look for the guy that looks sharp for the women. You go out there and look for the guy that looks sharp, has the right build, right car. You can't see his wallet size, but you're trying to check him out to see how he dressed, how he presents himself. Because that's important too. The money, the car, the house, all that's important to some of you. You get caught up in all the looks. Then how is he going to look on my shoulder? How's he gonna look on my hip? Excuse me, on my hip. What can he do for me? How's he sound? Then for the men, what are we focusing on? What are we focusing on, man? We focus on how those jeans fit, how her hair looks, how her makeup looks, how her lips look, how her breasts sitting up in her on her chest, she have on, how her legs look, and most importantly, what are my friends and what people gonna think when I walk in the room with this woman? That's important to you, right? These are the important details you look at when you're going out here looking for a good man or woman, right? These are the specs that you're looking for in that partner. Then you look at those specs and you forget about the most important part. You forget about the most important part when you're looking to start a new relationship. Of course, you go on your first dates for the most part, but then again, let's be honest, dates have become a thing of the past, so we really don't even have those conversations are a thing of the past. And don't get twisted, I get it. We live in a microwave society where we're used to having things fast. We want things fast, move fast. The relationship has to be fast. I gotta talk really fast. So if I'm talking really fast, this is why I'm talking really fast, so you'll get it even faster. This is how we do things. Everything has to be fast, so the relationship has to move quick. The process has to move quick. I don't have time to get to know you. I don't got time to look under your hood to listen to your engine. And otherwise, listen to your mind and listen to your thoughts. What do you want? What are your dreams? What are your hopes? I don't got time to get to know that, women. The men they don't have time for that. The women don't got time to wait for you to make your dreams come true. They don't have time to wait for you to become successful. See, I need you to be successful right now. Right now, right out the gate, I need you to be successful right now. So you don't got time to get to know somebody. And a lot of times you get in a relationship and you base success on what type of car a man drives, what kind of purse a woman has, she looks, how a man clothes are, what kind of shoes he have on, what kind of job does he have. We base our opinion on those things. We rarely get to know that person. And then when we spend a lot of our time in one of our most important, not one of, the most important commodity we have, which is time. Remember this, people. The most important commodity you have is time. We spend a lot of our time wasting giving that commodity, that one commodity we can't get back. We give it to people who are not only not deserving of our time, but have nothing but the intentions of wasting our time. No return on our investment. With no return on your investment, they're looking to waste it. And you're constantly giving them to them. So you constantly hear people say, well, I gave that man all this money. I bought him shoes. I bought him jeans. I bought him a video game system. Or the man telling you, I bought this woman a Michael Kors purse or a Gucci bag, or I bought her red bottom shoes. And I spent all this money on her. I took her on trips. See, money you can get back. That time you spent, that time you wasted, you can't get that back. But we got a different perspective, a fresh new perspective on time too. We're going to give a fresh perspective on time. See, interesting thing about time, there's two ways to look at every situation. You can look at it as wasted time on those relationships that failed, or you can look at it as an opportunity to learn. Because the interesting thing about kissing these frogs and not finding your prince or your princess is you learn a lesson if you can stand back and be honest with yourself. If you can be honest with yourself, you can learn something from that. From that mistake, from that wasted time, you can get an investment, you can get a return on your investment. See, when you kiss that frog, you gotta learn a lesson. See, I moved too fast with this one. I didn't see how this person truly fit into my future goals, my future plans. See, that's very important. So when you want to talk about billionaires in the 2% of this country, of this world that's rich, think about something. Those people focus a lot on their relationships. Not all of them, but the more important, the more successful ones do. Focus on their partner. What do I mean by they focus on their partner? When they get in a relationship, they know they don't have time to waste. People who are truly trying to build an empire know they don't have time to waste and they need somebody on their side that can contribute to their goals. So when you're looking for a partner, one of the things you need to have is conversations. Deep conversations about what are you trying to do? What am I trying to do? What goals I have? What are my dreams? Every man that has a vision, or I'm sorry, every man that has a dream needs a woman that has a vision. Every woman that has a dream needs a man that has a vision. It's very important because, see, you need both. You need the dream and the vision. You need somebody to understand where you're trying to go. Not focusing on where you are, but where you're trying to go. But see, even still, you have to also be able to not focus on where that man is, but where that man has the potential of going. Maybe he doesn't have the money to buy you that red bottom shoes. Maybe he doesn't have the money to take you to that trip to Dubai. Maybe not right now, but that man might have the potential to do that. Y'all still not hearing me. So let me break it down simpler. I'm just going to use this one person as an example. A lot of us loved our previous president, Barack Obama. But think about this for a second. When Michelle Obama first started dating Barack, did she know he's going to be a president of the United States? Did she know he's going to be successful? I remember hearing a story one time he told when he first met her parents, he mentioned that he was going to be a president of the United States. And they laughed at him. And they laughed at him not because they didn't believe he could do it, but because they knew it was a long shot of actually happening, especially being the first African American black president. And why am I mentioning that? What does that have to do with anything we're talking about today? See, Michelle Obama seen the potential in him before he became president. She didn't wait till he became president and say, okay, now you got my time. Now you got my attention. Now I'm ready to be on your arm. See, he had the dream, but she had the vision. She had the vision and understanding that she had to be patient and watch this grow. And when you watch things grow, when you allow relationships to grow, when you allow those visions to grow, those dreams to grow and materialize into something, you're more than likely to reap the rewards. See, it's the same with these relationships. Is there a good man out here? Is there good women out here? Absolutely. But you gotta check your priorities. My fellas, my ladies, you gotta check your priorities when you looking for these things. I said a word earlier, honesty. Let's talk about the word honesty real quick. Can we all agree on one thing here? We all lie. Can we all agree that we all lie? Some of us lie to other people. We lie to God. And more importantly, we lie to ourselves. Now, going back to the car metaphor that I spoke about earlier, let's go back to that for a second. Let me tell you a story about a car. I bought a car once. Not more than once. This was recently I bought a car. I bought a Cadillac. Cadillac CTS. Went to the car lot, bought this car. My wife, she wasn't too sure about the car. See, she was looking at it, and we were seeing two different perspectives on this car. Excuse me. See, my perspective was, I'm like, whoa, this car looks beautiful. The color was good, the leather seats, the heated seats, the speakers were good. Took it for a test drive. Only drove a quarter mile down the road. I felt the power immediately. I said, this car looks good on me. It fits me. It fits my personality. My wife was saying a different. She had a different perspective. See, she was more like, I don't know. Something don't feel right. Something don't look right. Where I'm talking to the car salesman about price, she's talking about problems and things she sees that she's not too comfortable with. See, we had two different perspectives. Needless to say, I didn't listen to my wife. Bought the car. 2 weeks after buying the car was back at the dealership. Having problems, car's burning oil, we don't know what it is. What's going on? Dealership fixes the car, allegedly. Send it back home. A week later, I'm back at the dealership. Car's still having problems burning oil. What is going on? Dealership keeps the car for 2 weeks. Give me a loaner. Fix the car. Send it back home. I'm driving back home the second time. Feeling good. I missed the car. I had 2 weeks. Missed it. Look good in the car. After them 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks, 2 days later, I'm back at the dealership again. This time, I'm pissed off. I need my money back. This car is just not working. I'm upset. Why am I telling you this story? What does this story of me buying a car, making a mistake buying a car, have to do with why there is no more good men or women out here? Has a lot to do with it. Because, see, the point is, in this story is, I made the classic mistake a lot of us make. A lot of people make when they're looking for a good man or woman, or just a man and woman in general. I failed to look at the important things in which I was buying. In this relationship that I was choosing to get myself into, I didn't focus on the important things. I didn't focus on the engine. I didn't focus on the mistakes. I didn't pop open the hood. I didn't listen. I didn't do my research. Only thing I focused on was, this thing's gonna look so good. I look so good in this car. What are people gonna think when they see me driving this car? I didn't focus on that. See, but my wife did. See what I said? Two different perspectives. A lot of times when you're looking for a good man and we talk about honesty, we talk about lying. See, in that point of view, it's not even just about two different perspectives. It's about me lying to myself. See, I knew in my heart of hearts that car wasn't right. After the first stop at the dealership, I knew even then. I knew then, without a doubt, that I made a mistake. But I wasn't honest with myself. And the point is, me talking about honesty, talking about this car, talking about my mistakes is point out this point to you that a lot of us lie to ourselves. So a lot of times, not only do we lie to ourselves about the relationships we get into, we lie to ourselves about being ready to get in a good relationship. We're not ready to find a good man or woman. A lot of you lie to yourself saying you're ready for a good man or woman. And the truth of the matter is you're not. And that's why you don't have what you want. That's why you didn't get blessed with that good man or woman yet. Because honestly, you're not ready for it. Because even if that good man or woman showed up on your doorstep with his bags packed, everything ready, everything good in his life, everything good in her life, all her priorities in order, all his priorities in order, you still ain't ready for it yet. You ain't prepared for that person yet. Because you ain't done doing what you need to do yet. That little boy or little girl in you is still outshining that woman or man in you. Think about that for a second. We all have a little boy in us. We all have a little girl in us. We all do. It's our choice of which one shines brighter. Are we going to let that man in us shine brighter than that little boy? Are we going to let that woman in us shine brighter than that little girl? Or is that little girl and that little boy going to shine brighter than that man in us? Now, we all have little boy moments. We all have little girl moments. See, my little boy moment was when I went and bought that Cadillac, and I knew it wasn't right. That was my little boy moment. That was a little boy in me looking at this, choosing to ignore all common sense, choosing to ignore the wisdom that my wife was trying to spill to me, the concerns that she had. That was a little boy in me right there. But see, you can't let that little boy shine more than that man in you. See, the man in me was to not only own up to my mistake, but to assure myself that I would never make that mistake again. And when I corrected that issue, to make sure I corrected the issue and not made sure I didn't have the same thought pattern I did when I bought that Cadillac. See, that's the problem when we're looking for relationships. We just keep reigniting those same patterns. We just keep using those same patterns. We make that same bad choice. We look for a man or woman. And we wonder why we keep getting these same results, why we can't find a good man or woman. We're checking under the cushions, checking behind the couch. We're going to church, going to the supermarket. Some of us hanging out in the clubs, going on these dating sites, and we still can't find a good man or woman. Where are they at? Where are they hiding? And that's where we at. We're like, where are they hiding? They ain't hiding from you. You hiding from them. You are hiding from them. You're not being honest with yourself. You're not being honest with yourself about what you're prepared for what you truly want, and to make sure you're ready for it. So when you get it, it's not about getting it. It won't be about that. It'll be about keeping it. Because that's the more important part. It's not getting something, but being able to keep it. So you don't want to get that good man and lose him. You don't want to get that good woman and lose her. You want to keep it. Because I know anything I got good, I don't know about you, but I don't want to let it go. I ain't trying to let it go. I'm holding on to that for dear life. That's how you should feel with a good man or woman. So when you want one, how do you find one though? But how do you find one? It's not about where you go. It's not about what dating sites you use. It's not about what bait you choose to hang out there. It's about what you're choosing to attract. So you can attract that good man to you. You can attract that good woman to you. If you're patient enough, then you can attract it to you. But it's not just about patience. It's about what kind of energy you're putting out. It's about when that person comes to you, learning how to sift through all the nonsense and find the goodness. Make sure you know what your goals are. And when you talk to that man, you talk to that woman, when you're giving them your attention, when you're giving them your most important commodity, your time, make sure that you talk about your dreams. You talk about their dreams, their goals, your dreams, your goals, and you ask them that important question. What can you contribute to my life? But more importantly, what can I contribute to yours? See, going back to me, when I first met my wife, she made me work for her. But more importantly, I made myself work for her. First thing I said is, I don't have nothing to offer her. So I had two choices. Could just moved on, continue to be a little boy, continue to not have anything to offer her, or start making man moves and start making opportunities and creating things to offer her. And I don't mean offer her things like, oh, I can't buy her a car or I can't buy her a red bag. I want to be able to offer her a place to live. I want to offer her security. I want to make her feel like she's the most important person in the world to me. She's the only person for me. See, women need that, my fellas. They need that security from you. They don't need to be hurt by you. Most of these women already been hurt. They already been hurt. And they got enough people trying to hurt them. So they need you to give them that sense of security, that sense of love that no other man was able to give them, that sense of attention. They don't want to have to compete with your boys. They don't want to compete with your friends. They don't want to compete for your love. They want that sense of security from you. That feeling that they are the most important person to you. They want to feel like they matter. They want to feel like they're beautiful. And they want you to make them feel like they're beautiful. See, a lot of women deal with a lot of insecurities. They deal with insecurities. It's not so much of what somebody did or didn't do for them. It's just natural that we all deal with certain type of insecurities, whether you're a man or a woman. You deal with insecurities. So we sometimes need somebody to give us that security that reminds us that you are beautiful, that you are loved, and that you are worth loving. And see, for my ladies, my fellas need something too. We need something too. We need something different than y'all. We need a different type of security. We need that security of respect. We need that security of honor, the security of trust. Now, all these things should be earned and not just given. But we need that. When we earn it, we need that. We need you to not look at us and see your past mistakes. Mistakes your father may have made, your uncles may have made, your cousins may have made, that the guy you dated before us made. We need to be a clean slate, a blank piece of paper with an opportunity to write our own history on it. We need you to give us an opportunity to love you, to show you that we love you. Man, we just need an opportunity, my ladies. We just need an opportunity to lead you, an opportunity to earn your trust. Because like I said, trust is not given, it's earned. But we need an opportunity to learn to earn these things. We need you to open your heart to us, to not block us off. We just need a chance. We need you to be our visionary to all of our dreams. We need you to be that visionary to our dreams. We need you to believe in us when at times we don't believe in ourselves. We need you to not focus on what we don't have today, but the potential we have for tomorrow. That's the things we need. That's the things you need to look for when you look for a good man or woman. See, if you keep telling yourself there's no good man or woman out here, I guarantee you won't find one. If you keep lying to yourself, eventually you're going to believe it. So you lie to yourself enough, you'll eventually believe it, and the lie will become truth to you. And if you keep lying to yourself there's no good man or woman out here, then it becomes truth. But when you're saying that, think about this. What does that say about you? Here's another perspective. If you're saying there's no good man or woman out there, are you speaking about yourself in the same terms? Are you saying that you're not a good man or you're not a good woman? Because when you keep putting out there there's no good man or woman out there, technically what you're saying is that includes you. Because we can't exclude you from that. Because it's either there is none or you're the only one. And I'm sure you're not the only one. So be careful what you're saying and what type of energy you're putting out there. Make sure your values are in order. Make sure your perspective is right. And when you're dating this guy, take the time to get to know him. This woman, take the time to get to know her. Stop on how the clothes lay on her body, how her lips look, how her body parts look, her shape. My women, stop looking at what the man's wallet, what kind of car he driving. Stop focusing on the things that don't matter and focus on the things that do. Because the interesting thing about her looks is, it's one thing I always say, I fell in love with my wife's mind, not her. See, yeah, her looks did attract me. Of course, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Yes, her looks attract me. But what kept me was what was under that hood. Because, see, those looks are eventually, they're going to fade. Me, my wife's, your girlfriend, your boyfriends, your husbands, your wives, everybody's looks are going to eventually fade. You got to ask yourself, what are you going to have? When those looks fade, what are you going to be stuck with? A memory of somebody that was beautiful but have nothing to offer you other than that? No conversation, no love, no support, no vision to your dreams, nothing? Or are you going to have that beautiful person with a beautiful mind to come with it? Got to ask yourself, what do you want? But the key part of finding a good man or woman is simply this. It's honesty. Not just honesty of what you tell them or what they tell you, but honesty within ourselves. Make sure you're prepared for what you want. And make sure you're prepared to give what they need. See, because relationships are a partnership. And you need to make sure that you're both ready to hold up your half of that bargain. I want to thank y'all for listening again. This has been another epic episode, and I hope y'all learned a lot. I want to say this is 2018, and I want to end it off like this. The podcast is going to have some great changes to it. We're going to change some formats. We're going to have some epic episodes coming up. We're going to try to get some videos out here and change the whole format. I've been listening to my listeners. I've been listening to you, and we're making the adjustments. I hope that you've been listening to me, especially on this episode, and that you find a good man or woman that makes your heart, your soul feel full. I want to thank y'all for listening, and I want y'all to remember, honesty is the key. Peace. We want to thank you again for listening to another episode of the Ordinary People Podcast, where it's not about likes and views, it's about inspiring, motivating, and informing you. As always, we encourage you to please like, share, and comment on the video. If you have a difference of opinion, comment below or email me directly, ordinarypeoplepodcast, number 16 at gmail.com. Once again, ordinarypeoplepodcast, number 16 at gmail.com. Also, if you want to book me for a special speaking appearance, whether it's a motivational experience or you want to hear my opinion on other things, please, once again, hit me up, Ordinary People Podcast, number 16 at gmail.com. We want to thank you for listening and thank you for subscribing. Peace.